Hi, Nako, let's talk about love. Or more like, let's talk about the epic fail that is monogamy, based on my recibo. My long list of receipts. Nakakapagod na, mga te. Imagine this, you give your all, you pour your heart out, you sing love songs in the shower, thinking of just one person. Akala mo, kayo na hanggang dulo. You believe in that fairy tale, that one true love, happily ever after bullcrap that they sell in movies. Tapos ano? Malalaman mo na lang, may pa-extra reads pala si Koya sa iba. Ang sakit, di ba? It's a betrayal that stings like 1,000 bee stings. Pero ang bubuyog, at least, namamatay after. Ang ex mo? Buhay na buhay, at masaya pa sa piling ng iba. The anger, my gosh, the anger is something else. It's not just a simple tampo, it's a full-blown volcanic eruption of rage. You want to scream, to throw things, to post a 20-part Instagram story detailing their crimes against your heart. You trusted them with your most vulnerable self, only for them to treat that trust like a free sample at a grocery store. Kinuha lang, tapos tinapon. It makes you question everything. Am I not enough? Am I ugly? Do I have bad breath? You go through this whole checklist of insecurities, blaming yourself for their inability to keep it in their pants. It's a cycle of pain, frustration, and a whole lot of what the fuck moments. And the frustration is a different level of hell. It's the feeling of being trapped in a promise that only you took seriously. It's like being the only one following the rules in a game where everyone else is cheating. Monogamy, for me, became this box that I was supposed to fit into, a box that my partners kept breaking out of while leaving me inside to suffocate. They would whisper sweet nothings, promise you the moon and the stars, and then you find out they were making the same promises to someone in a different area code. Nakakabwisit. It's an emotional scam, and I was the #1 victim for the longest time. So, you can't blame me for being cynical. You can't blame me for looking at the whole concept of one and only with major side-eye. My past relationships weren't just heartbreaks, they were lessons. They were brutal, painful, and tear-soaked seminars on the limitations of a system that, let's be real, doesn't work for everyone. They showed me that forcing loyalty through a label like monogamous is like trying to hold water in your hands. It's bound to slip through your fingers, leaving you all wet and disappointed. I've had enough of that, thank you very much. I'm done being the loyal fool. So after all that drama, I had a major realization. Bakit ko pa ipipilit ang sarili ko sa isang bagay na paulit-ulit lang akong sinasaktan? Monogamy feels so constricting. It's like wearing skinny jeans that are 2 sizes too small. Sure, it looks good on some people, but for me, it's suffocating. I can't breathe. There are so many rules, so many expectations, so much pressure to be someone's everything. And honestly, who can be someone's everything? I can't even decide what to eat for lunch. How can I be an entire universe for another human being? It's an impossible standard that sets people up for failure, and inevitably for cheating. That's why polyamory started to make so much sense to me. Wait, don't clutch your pearls just yet. It's not about being a promiscuous wild child, okay? It's about honesty. It's about communication. It's about building relationships on a foundation of truth instead of secrets. In a polyamorous setup, you can love more than one person, and everyone involved knows about it. There's no hiding, no late-night secret texts, no it's just my cousin excuses. Everything is out in the open. It's a system that acknowledges that the human heart is vast and has an incredible capacity to love. Why limit that? Why put a cap on affection? Think about it. We can love our mothers, our fathers, our siblings, and our best friends all at the same time, right? Our love for one doesn't diminish our love for another. So why does romantic love have to be so different? Why must it be a winner-take-all competition? Polyamory challenges that old, tired narrative. It says you can have deep, meaningful, and committed relationships with multiple people, as long as it's done ethically and with the full consent of everyone. It's a framework built on abundance rather than scarcity. It's a love that expands, not a love that confines. It's choosing freedom over a pretty cage. For me, choosing polyamory is choosing authenticity. I'm done pretending that I'm okay with a system that has historically led to so much pain and deceit in my life. I'm choosing a path where I can be upfront about my desires and my capacity to love. It's about creating my own rules for happiness instead of following a script that was written centuries ago. It's a brave new world, and honestly, it's a lot less crowded and stressful than the tiny claustrophobic box of monogamy. I'd rather navigate the complexities of multiple honest relationships than suffer the simple, devastating pain of one dishonest one. Now, let's take this conversation to the next level. Let's get political. If we're already talking about breaking free from traditional relationship structures, then why stop there? Let's talk about the law. Sa Pilipinas, we have this double standard. Polygamy is legal for our Muslim brothers and sisters, and that's great, I respect that. But for the rest of us, bawal. It's as if the law is saying that only one group of people is capable of handling multiple loves. Hello? What about the rest of us who are emotionally equipped for it? Is our love less valid? Is our way of life less deserving of recognition? It's time for a change. I am now officially campaigning for the legalization of polygamy for all Filipinos. I am proposing a new law, a symbolic one for now. But who knows, diba? Let's call it Republic Act 69.69. Charot. But kidding aside, the point is serious. The government should not have the power to dictate the shape of our families. If a group of consenting adults wants to enter into a multi-partner marriage, who is the state to say no? They pay taxes. They contribute to society. They love each other. Why should their union be denied the same legal protections and benefits that a two-person marriage gets? It's a matter of equality. Legalizing polygamy isn't just about letting people marry who they want. It's about protecting them. Think of the legal nightmares. In a long-term polyamorous relationship, if one person gets sick, their other partners might not have the right to visit them in the hospital or make medical decisions. If someone passes away, their partners could be left with nothing, no inheritance, no benefits, because their relationship wasn't legally recognized. Legalization provides a safety net. It gives legitimacy to families that already exist, but are forced to live in the shadows. It's about giving them rights, respect, and security. This is not a crazy radical idea. It's a call for progress. Society evolves, and our laws should evolve with it. We've fought for so many rights, and this is the next frontier. Legalizing polygamy would be a powerful statement that the Philippines is a truly inclusive and forward-thinking nation. It would declare that we respect freedom of choice and that we believe all forms of love, as long as they are consensual and responsible, are valid. So, let's make some noise. Let's push for Republic Act 69.69. It's time to give everyone the right to build their own version of happily ever after, even if it includes more than one prince or princess. Looking back, I realized that my old belief in monogamy was the real source of my emotional distress. It was the cage I willingly locked myself into. Every time a partner cheated, I didn't just feel betrayed by them. I felt betrayed by the very idea of love I was taught to worship. I was clinging to a fantasy, a one-size-fits-all model of love that was clearly a terrible fit for me. The pain wasn't just from the infidelity, it was from the shattering of my entire worldview. It was the agony of realizing that the fairy tale was a lie, and I was the fool who believed it with all my heart. That's a deep, deep wound to heal from. But now I am learning to take risks. I'm learning to bet on myself. Embracing polyamory was a huge leap of faith. It meant unlearning everything I thought I knew about relationships and being brave enough to explore a different path, even if society frowns upon it. It's scary, yes. It requires more communication, more emotional intelligence, and more vulnerability. But you know what? It's a risk I'm willing to take. I'd rather risk the challenges of an honest, open relationship than go back to the certain pain of a dishonest, closed one. I'm choosing to be the author of my own love story, not just a character in someone else's broken script. This is what freedom feels like. It's not about having countless partners, it's about having countless possibilities. It's the freedom to define love on my own terms. It's the freedom from the constant fear of secret betrayals. It's the liberation from jealousy that is born from insecurity and secrecy. Today, I feel lighter. I feel more powerful. I am no longer a prisoner of a romantic ideal that caused me so much suffering. I am building a life filled with love that is abundant, transparent, and tailored to who I am. I am finally free from the siksikan feeling of being forced into a tiny box. My heart has room to breathe, and it feels amazing. So, to anyone out there who feels broken by the same old story, to anyone who feels like they are too much or not enough in the rigid world of monogamy, hear me out. You are not alone. Maybe, just maybe, the problem isn't you. Maybe it's the system. Don't be afraid to question things. Don't be afraid to explore. Your happiness is worth the risk. Take a chance, redefine your own rules, and find the kind of love that sets you free. Move on from the past, embrace your choices, and give yourself the permission to love bravely and without limits. After all, life is too short to live in a love that doesn't fit. Ganda ka, kaya deserve mo ang gandang-ganda na pag-ibig. Ganon.